Hey you guys, welcome back to Entrepreneur Her. I'm Celeste, and this channel is all about lifestyle and evolving and health, beauty. It's just about life, basically. Um, so I've been gone for a minute and thought that maybe I should do an update video since my time in Arizona is coming to a bittersweet end. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to update you guys on. And I am recording this video as a way to let go and release. And be in a place where I am ready and looking forward to what is come. So stay tuned. All right, you guys. So let's start with the update on Arizona and my time coming to an end. I actually just finished packing up some boxes that I'm gonna have to mail off, and I am doing laundry as well. So to start, Arizona has been an experience. Definitely had its ups. I've met so many great people, especially from my job. I've met great people doing Airbnb. And of course, anywhere you go, there'll be the select few that's not so pleasant, but no, nothing racial, nothing feel. But I did have a coworker that was white that asked me, could he use the N-word? How do I feel about him using the N-word? And that was mind-boggling for me in itself, just because I never had a person ask me that. So other than that, great experience here. They have this thing in downtown Phoenix where the first Friday of every month, it's supposed to be some type of like art drive or art festival or something like that. Vending trucks come out, local businesses are set up along several blocks downtown, and everybody just hang out, look at art, listen to music. Pretty nice. Food trucks, oh my gosh, love me a taco off a food truck. Love me a taco. So yeah, other than that, Arizona is very beautiful. Very beautiful. The seasons don't change, so like the leaves and stuff don't go brown when winter came in, or they're like it stays green all year round. So, and a lot of people from Arizona say they have two seasons, hot and hot, but it got nice and cool here during this winter season. And I noticed that people that love the weather here, like I've seen people outside jogging in nothing but shorts. Men. I guess just because the cool weather is not like cold weather, like how the weather has been this winter back home. Georgia has some record lows in the wintertime than what I would be used to being there. And it only snowed once in 2017 while I was there, and it really wasn't any kind of heavy snow. It was just snow for that one day. But other than that, like Arizona is very beautiful. Very beautiful. The landscape, the wide roads, the year-round greenery, like the scenery didn't change at all. So, and there was a lot that I didn't get a chance to do here just because I was taking Lyfts and Uber and that was pretty expensive. In one of my videos, I said how I went to Tempe, which is like the college town. That's where the university is, where most of the clubs are, like a strip of clubs. And I think that's also in Mesa, but Tempe is like 30-45 minutes from here, and round trip going down cost me about $50 some, and coming back cost me like $30 some. So I didn't do too much traveling, just because I had Lyft. And I work Monday through Friday, and I do overtime most of the time, at least an hour or two if the workload isn't heavy. And so getting off work, the only thing I really want to do is go get a drink. And I love Chili's, so between Chili's, Red Lobster, things that I was already used to, if I want to have a glass of wine, I went to a sushi place, just because they don't do frozen margaritas, and I love my frozen margaritas. But nails, I guess because beauty and the club scene isn't heavy here the way it is in Miami, Florida, or Atlanta, Georgia. Like, I got my nails done. Yeah, so don't get my nails done. I don't like getting my nails done here. I never got eyelashes and stuff put on my hair because it's a lot more expensive than it is back home. Getting your nails done and getting my eyebrows and my lip wax was more expensive here than what I normally pay. Like, I always spend $100 just doing the basics here. Back home, to spend $100, I would have had to like get a deluxe pedicure and get a deluxe pedicure, gel toe, and a full set, and get my eyebrows, my lip, and eyelashes to go over $100. So I guess just because the beauty scene isn't heavy here the way it is back home, it's more expensive. Food is more expensive. Eggs was $8.99 at Fry's, which is compared to a Kroger in Georgia. The Super Bowl is going to be here this year, so in the next week or two, I'll know how the Lyft prices and stuff will fluctuate, with me just going back and forth to work, which is 7 miles to work from here, from this location. And what else? Jobs here pay more. Because I was gonna get a part-time job because I thought that I was gonna stay, which we finna get into that next. I thought I was gonna stay, so I was gonna get a part-time job, well, a full-time job, but a second job nonetheless, just to kind of move things along faster. And I have noticed that all of the pharmacy technician positions here pay more than back home, whether you're certified or not. So, and housing costs, again, it depends on the side of town, but the prices look the same to me as Georgia. Only the apartment sizes are smaller for what you're paying for. But nevertheless, it's about the same as Georgia. Some apartments are a little bit more, some apartments are a little bit less. And the square footage may differ. So, now next update. So, if you look back on my very first videos, when I started this channel, I needed a change. Things wasn't working out in my marriage. I really didn't like, I was with the same company, but in a different location. And I didn't like my everyday responsibilities there. I didn't like the team of people I had to work with. Like, the environment was just, and the pay. I just didn't like it. And with everything going on in my marriage at home and with my family, I just wanted to get away, which is why I chose to come to Arizona. I knew I didn't have any family or friends here, and I wanted to I wanted to clear the air with me. I wanted to rejuvenate, rebuild me. I wanted to discover me. I wanted to get to a place where I could think different about me, about my life, create a better life, a more abundant life to live. So that was why I chose to come to Arizona. Just with everything that I was going through, it just seemed like I was like in a pressure cooker and I was about to explode. And so since being here, I found, I call her my spiritual counselor, because she grew up very much in a Christian church. Her family owns a Christian church, so she knows the Bible, she knows of Christian ways, but it never resonated with her. So she does tarot card readings. Every tarot card reading that I have had with her has not only proven to be true, that there is some connection, that there is connection with my spiritual guides, my ancestors, my angels, just the spiritual realm that surrounds me, protects me, and provides for me. There is a connection with her as far as with reading cards. So I've had 3 readings from her so far. Or is it 4? I've had 3 readings. And I just finished a reading today. But in my readings, she very clearly stated that to leave my husband, I would be a fool. The Fool card came up 4 times. And so even though me and my husband was already rebuilding communication, rebuilding whatever type of relationship we were going to have moving forward, once I got my reading last month, or I got my reading at the end of December before I went to go visit him for New Year's. And she told me that he was going to be manipulative, and like she told me all these different things. And they came to pass. But at the same time, she also told me that the Fool card came out 4 times. And to leave him to go somewhere else for monetary gain or for simple pleasures, that's how I would turn out to be a fool. Because being with my husband, things like, I have a stability, I have a future, I have a life that doesn't mirror anything that I grew up looking at on either one of my parents' family side. So after giving everything a reset, but hitting the reset button on everything and just thinking more clearly and having spiritual awareness and guidance, and being able to see, like really see what was going on in my life without feeling it, it was easier for me to take one day at a time. It was easier for me to be optimistic and not be pessimistic based on how I feel from what I see is happening right now, present time. So a lot with my marriage, a lot with my husband has changed. And so with being here in Arizona coming to an end, I'm looking forward to going back home to my husband. And just rebuilding and re-strengthening the relationship and the communication that we have right now, and letting go of the past. So being in Arizona is coming to an end sooner than what I thought, is because when I transferred here through my job, I was given information that made me feel like I had the opportunity of working from home, out of the state. So the little bit that I did get to know about Arizona, when I realized that my transitioning here was going to be a little bit more, not complicated, but there was a little bit more to it than what I expected. And then when I got my reading, and my reading, Spirit confirmed that this was not going to be considered home. I wasn't going to stay in Arizona. So there was a lot of things that I had already had clarity about. I'm sorry about the lighting, you guys. I might move over there closer to the sunlight in my next video, just so that the sun. But so I knew I wasn't gonna stay here. I knew I wasn't gonna stay here, which is why I became content and settled in here at the Airbnb. And I never had my car transferred out here because I wanted to stay here. At that time, things were not looking so different for my relationship with my husband, so staying here was definitely an option. And I love the people that I work with. I love what I do. I love what I was getting paid. But I was told well before I realized that I wasn't going to be able to work from home that I wasn't going to stay here. I just thought that because I thought I had the opportunity of working from home, that okay, going back home to my husband with this great job, the great pay, this is what's gonna happen. And that's not what happened. So far, the information that I was provided does not pertain to me. It was a special case made for a special person, is all that I can really gather from what I've been told. And because my second reading told me to get out of my feelings, because my feelings will make me explode. There's that last day of Libra, first day beginning Scorpio. So I am good until I'm not good. And when I'm not good, it's very apparent, it's very clear that I'm not good. And sometimes I jump the gun on that because my feelings be triggered. So in my first reading, she told me to get out of my feelings. This was prior to any of this job stuff happening. So when I realized that I wasn't going to be able to work from home, it crushed me. It really did. But I said okay, because I listen to a lot of other people on YouTube, tarot readings, and there was a lot of similarities with the cards that I saw on general Libra readings on YouTube and my personal reading. And I'm gonna link in the description bar Sophisticated Intuition LLC, because she has a YouTube channel and she does Zoom, I think email, or it's regular phone calls and in person, and she is priced so decent. So I'm telling you, Spirit speaks to her. It's not even that she's good at what she does. She's good at hearing from Spirit, because I have her flip my card. Like, she comes to me in person so that I can see my cards, so that I can see how the whole process works versus watching it on YouTube. So excellent. I'm gonna put her information down in the description bar, because she is on YouTube. And if you're in the Arizona area, I'm not sure how far she travels, but she will travel to you, or she does Zoom, and she does phone call or email. I think there's 3 ways that she can communicate with you. But she let me know on my first reading that I needed to get out of my feelings. So when this whole situation happened, because I had already been practicing getting out of my feelings, I was so surprised in how I reacted. And the enemy just kept trying to push me and push me and push me. So I'm leaving sooner than I thought I would be. And I kind of feel like the situation is unfair, because my supervisor was the only person giving me information that made me set goals and have ambitions that I guess were smoke and mirrors. And then when I realized it was smoke and mirrors and I said okay, I was then pushed into giving a resignation date when I wasn't sure what my resignation date was going to be yet. And even with me and my husband working things out, building a better communication, trying to build a better relationship foundation. I still just did not know when I was gonna leave because I wasn't ready yet. Like, I didn't feel like I had got everything that I needed. So they pushed me in giving a date. And when I got my third reading, yeah, I done had 4 readings so far. Today was my 4th reading. When I got my 3rd reading, she called out February 2. And she was like, I don't know what the significance of that date is, but because of my reading in January, she told me don't make no decisions in January. Don't do any of that. Then I found out there was a retrograde in January. So there was a lot of emotions and stuff going on in January. And I'm recording this video still in January. So I was trying not to make any major decisions based on what her reading said. But my last official day with the company is going to be February 20th, February 2. So, like, there's peace in everything. And when I got my reading today, it was just clarifying that, yeah, there's something coming to an end, and I need to just observe. Less talking, more watching. She predicted that there might be a little bit more confusion or chaos coming from my job, and for me not to react, for me just to be aware of it, listen, pay attention, no speaking. Which I feel like that has already taken place. But on Friday last week, I did feel like there's something else, because normally when you say you're going to resign, they give you a separation paper to sign. I haven't done that yet. They want me to do an exit interview. I haven't heard anything else about that. So I'm not sure what it is, but because of my reading, I am prepared for it. And I am letting it go. For other reasons, which why there's going to be a part 2 to this video. I'm going to go ahead and record it now, but I'm going to shift to that side so I can have a little bit more better lighting. And yeah, I will see you guys in a few minutes for the part 2. Okay, have a good one.